Hey everyone, it's T. Welcome back to my channel. Are you guys ready for an awesome adventure? Today, we're going to explore a super special day, February 27th. It might seem like just a regular day, but it's filled with so many cool secrets and amazing things that happened a long time ago. We're going to find out about awesome video games, super strong animals, big celebrations, and even famous people. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Get ready to discover some super cool secrets and unknown history about February 27th. We have so many surprises in store for you today. We'll learn why this day is extra special for Pokemon fans all over the world. We'll also see why it's an important day for fuzzy white polar bears way up in the cold Arctic. It's like a history scavenger hunt, and we're going to find all the clues together. I'm so excited to share all these amazing facts with you. Are you ready to have your mind blown? Okay team, it's time to power up our imaginations. Let's jump into our time machine and see what happened on this special day. Buckle up, because our first stop is going to be all about catching 'em all. We're going to travel back in time and across the world to see how one of the biggest games ever got started. It's going to be a blast from the past with so much to learn and discover. Here we go, let's start the adventure. Wow, our first stop is super exciting. Do you guys like Pokemon? I know I do. Well, guess what? February 27th is officially Pokemon Day. How cool is that? It's a huge celebration for Pokemon fans everywhere, from kids like us to grown-ups who have loved it for years. On this exact day, way back in 1996, something amazing happened in Japan. The very first Pokemon video games, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green, were released for the Nintendo Game Boy. That was the start of everything. It's the day the whole world was introduced to Pikachu, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. Imagine being one of the first kids ever to play that game. You'd get to pick your first Pokemon and go on an adventure to become a Pokemon Master. It was a brand new idea, and everyone loved it so much. From those first two games, the world of Pokemon just got bigger and bigger and bigger. It grew into the awesome cartoons we watch, the cool trading cards we collect, the fun movies we see, and all the new games we play today on our Nintendo Switch. It all started right here on February 27th. So every year on this day, fans celebrate by playing the games, watching the shows, and sharing their love for all things Pokemon. It's like a giant birthday party for the entire Pokemon world. Companies often release new Pokemon news or special events to make the day even more exciting. So next time February 27th comes around, remember to say, Happy Pokemon Day, and maybe spend some time with your favorite pocket monsters. It's the perfect day to celebrate the adventure and friendship that Pokemon is all about. Okay, let's leave the world of Pokemon and travel somewhere really cold. Brrr! Our next stop is the frosty Arctic because February 27th is also International Polar Bear Day. That's right, it's a special day dedicated to one of the biggest and strongest bears in the whole world. Polar bears are amazing animals, with their thick white fur to keep them warm and their giant paws that help them walk on snow and swim in icy water. They are the kings and queens of the Arctic. This day is all about learning how incredible they are. International Polar Bear Day was created to help us understand these magnificent creatures better. Scientists and people who love animals use this day to teach everyone about the polar bear's home, which is the sea ice. They need the ice to hunt for their favorite food, like seals. It's like their giant floating dinner plate. But their icy home is in trouble because the Earth is getting warmer and the ice is melting. This makes it really hard for the polar bears to find food and raise their little cubs. It's a big problem for them. So on February 27th, we are all encouraged to think about how we can help protect the polar bears in their home. People learn about ways to save energy, which can help stop the planet from getting too warm. Things like turning off lights when you leave a room or using less water can make a big difference. Zoos and conservation groups often have special events to raise awareness and money to help the polar bears. It's a day to remember that we share our planet with amazing animals, and it's our job to help keep them safe. Alright, let's warm up from the chilly Arctic and travel to a beautiful, sunny island in the Caribbean Sea. Our time machine has brought us to the Dominican Republic because February 27th is their Independence Day. This is a super important and happy day for everyone in that country. It's like their nation's birthday party. On this day, way back in the year 1844, the people of the Dominican Republic declared that they were a free and independent country. That's over 175 years ago. Before that day, the Dominican Republic was ruled by its neighbor Haiti, but a group of brave leaders, known as the Founding Fathers, Juan Pablo Duarte, Francisco del Rosario Sanchez, and Matias Ramon Mella, wanted their country to have its own government and its own rules. They worked together to plan a revolution, and on the night of February 27, 1844, they bravely raised their new flag for the very first time. It was a huge moment that changed their history forever and made them the proud nation they are today. So, how do they celebrate? With a giant party all over the country. There are huge parades in the streets with people in colorful costumes, lots of music and dancing. The most famous celebration is the Carnival, which has amazing floats and characters. The President of the Dominican Republic gives a special speech to the nation, and there are fireworks that light up the night sky. It's a day full of pride, history, and lots of fun, celebrating the freedom and culture of the Dominican Republic. Happy Independence Day to all our friends there. Okay, team, for our next stop, we're not visiting a place, but we're celebrating a person. A very special person who was amazing at telling stories. On February 27, 1902, a famous American author named John Steinbeck was born in Salinas, California. You might not know his name yet, but he grew up to write some of the most important books ever. He was a master at writing stories about regular people and their lives, their struggles, and their dreams. He made readers feel like they really knew the characters in his books. John Steinbeck wrote many famous books, but one of his most well-known is called The Grapes of Wrath. It's a really big book that tells the story of a family who has to leave their home to find work during a tough time in American history called the Great Depression. He also wrote a shorter book called Of Mice and Men, which is about two friends trying to find their place in the world. His stories were so powerful and felt so real that he won a very important award called the Nobel Prize in Literature. That's like the gold medal for writing. Even though he wrote for grown-ups, his work is important for everyone because it teaches us about empathy. That means understanding how other people feel. He showed the world that everyone's story is important, no matter who they are. So on February 27th, we can remember John Steinbeck and his incredible talent for storytelling. Maybe one day when you're older, you'll read one of his amazing books and see why he is celebrated as one of the greatest writers of all time. Happy birthday, John Steinbeck! Get ready for our final stop, and it's a super fun one. We're heading to the amazing city of New Orleans in Louisiana. Our time machine is taking us all the way back to February 27th, 1827. On this night, something happened for the very first time that started one of the biggest and most famous parties in the world. A group of students who had seen similar celebrations in Paris decided to put on their own festive parade. They wore colorful and wacky costumes and danced through the streets of New Orleans. This was the beginning of Mardi Gras as we know it. Before this, Mardi Gras, which means Fat Tuesday in French, was celebrated in New Orleans, but mostly with fancy private parties and balls. This parade in 1827 was the first time the celebration spilled out into the streets for everyone to enjoy. It was so much fun that people wanted to do it again and again. Over the years, the parades got bigger and more organized. People started building giant decorated floats and forming clubs called crews to put on the parades each year. It became a huge tradition. Today, Mardi Gras in New Orleans is a world-famous festival. For weeks leading up to Fat Tuesday, there are parades every day. People on the floats throw cool things to the crowds like colorful plastic beads, cups, and special coins called doubloons. The official colors of Mardi Gras are purple, green, and gold, and you see them everywhere. So the next time you see pictures of the huge, exciting Mardi Gras parades, you can remember that it all started with a small group of students having fun on February 27th, almost 200 years ago. Wow, what an incredible journey through time. We learned so many amazing things about February 27th. We celebrated with Pokemon, learned how to help polar bears, partied at the Dominican Republic's Independence Day, wished a happy birthday to the great writer John Steinbeck, and saw the very first Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans. This day is packed with so much cool history from all over the world. It just shows you that every single day has its own secret stories waiting to be discovered. I had so much fun exploring with you all today. Thanks for exploring the secrets of February 27th with me. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. Learning about history is like being a detective, putting all the pieces together to see a bigger picture. From video games to big celebrations, there's always something new and exciting to learn. It makes you wonder what other secrets are hidden on other days of the year, right? We should definitely do this again sometime soon and pick another day to explore together on our next adventure. Which fact was your favorite? Was it Pokemon Day or maybe the polar bears? Let us know in the comments down below. I love reading what you guys think. And if you had fun today and want to go on more adventures with me, don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome videos. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next trip in the time machine. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!